Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all to the multimedia class. So for being late, there were some problem connecting to the Blackboard live session. I don't know, there is some problem with the Blackboard with everyone or just me. Okay, so let's start with the lecture slides that we were supposed to finish in this class. And I hope that now you can see the slides and they are visible to you. Okay. Today we will discuss about some of the basics of multimedia. We also discussed these things in the class, and I'll just go through the slides which are left due to the unavailability of the PowerPoint. Okay, so multimedia is defined as the development, integration, and delivery of any combination of text, graphics, animation, sound, or video through a digital processing device. And they can be in the form of interactive multimedia and non-interactive multimedia. Non-interactive is the one where the user has just information and it just observes the information. Interactive is where you can interact or a user can participate in the flow of information. Examples of non-interactive include information chaos, digital animations, and the user has no control over the flow of information, and the developer establishes the sequence of media elements and how they are presented. And whereas in the interactive we have menus, buttons, options to access the content, and we can also have adaptive or intelligent media or IntelliMedia, which adapts the information flow to the needs of the interest of the users. And we also have immersive media, which draws users into an alternative world like in virtual reality and 3D animations. So from the history, there were many multimedia visionaries from analog to digital version of the future. So the first was the Vannevar Bush, which was in 1945, and he proposed a hypothetical machine to make the work of scientists more effective and efficient in grasping the growing mountain of research. And then MEMEX one was invented by THEODORE, and this Cyclops camera, and it has automatic mathematical calculations and logical reasoning, and this was a new method to store and access information by associations at that time. Then in 1959 MEMEX 2 was invented, which extended the original proposals of MEMEX 1 by considering new technical developments such as magnetic tapes at that time and transistors and digital computers. So MEMEX 2 features included professionally maintained associational database bases which were delivered by the tape or facsimiles, and the trails would be color coded to reflect age and reinforced by repetitive use. And it also combined with a digital computer, and Bush at that time believed that the MEMEX 2 could learn from experience and even demonstrate a form of judgment. Then there was a very important discovery in the history of computation by Alan Turing, and he developed Turing machine. It was an abstract machine which was known as Turing machine, and the machine was a mean of defining an effective procedure for calculating we have two efficient machines. The first one is non-human machine, which is in the form of digital computers that we use. Another calculative machine is calculation machine is Turing machine. So the imaginary device had three components. It has infinitely long tape consisting of a single row of squares and a read-write head that moves along the tape one square at a time, and a set of instructions. So Turing machines could be single purpose or universal Turing machines. So single purpose can carry out a specific set of instructions or effective procedure, whereas a UTM or universal Turing machine can accept a description of a single purpose machine and imitate its behavior, and its implication of UTM includes that if we think of a way to do something, then the computer can do it. Okay, then the third visionary was Douglas Engelbart, and he proposed a practical application of computers beyond the normal mathematical and sorting functions, and developed innovations for human-computer interactivity and natural language systems, NLS, and online systems, and these include mouse, multiple screen areas for text editing and email. After that comes the name of Theodore Nelson, and he just first time coined the term hypertext and hypermedia, where hypertext is interactive text which is linked to other textual information through some links, and hypermedia is also something which is linked, the media which is linked and extends interactive linking to other media. So he also initiated the Xanadu project, which was a dynamic expanding hypertext library available to everyone, and supported collaborative editing, tracking changes, creating and editing, and rewarding contributors. Then after that was a multimedia visionary which was known as Alan Kay, and he was the one who proposed a computer design that supported the ways people perceive and learn and create. So Dynabook was one of the products which was designed as a personal computer, and it tied to the mind and interests of the user. So in a way it was a model-less multimedia computer, and users could move between graphics, sound, text, animations seamlessly. And he also introduced graphical user interface, the most common one which we know nowadays, as an intuitive interface for the Dynabook. Then in 1970s, a very visionary person was Steve Jobs. He was the founder of Apple. I hope most of you know him. So he founded Apple in 1976 with Steve Wozniak, and Macintosh computer was introduced in 1984 as a result of this. And he had a graphical desktop and icons which provide a user interface, and the first mass-produced computer with built-in sound support was developed, and multimedia computing became the standard for modern computers. Then we had Tim Berners-Lee, who developed a decentralized information system of nodes linked together for easy access across a network. A node could be of any form of the media, and anyone could add nodes, and no centralized control over the servers, documents, or links would be there. And with this was the invention of the World Wide Web or Internet. And the basic components of Internet were servers, client computers, browser softwares, HTML scripting language, and then we had a whole new world of multimedia, where we have World Wide Web and multimedia computing, which solved cross-platform compatibility problems and supported distribution of media beyond the capacity of CD-ROM storage. You could easily upload anything on the internet and access it from anywhere else. and it also allowed instant distribution and inexpensive media creation. So if you sum up, then we have different generations of multimedia visionaries. The first one, or the first generation, included Alan Turing and Vannevar Bush, and the second generation included Douglas Engelbart, Theodore Nelson, Alan Case, Steve Jobs, Tim Berners-Lee, and then the next generation, which is the third generation, which is the current generation of multimedia innovators. And still we have a lot of things to see. And the revolution continues, and there are several factors which influence this revolution. And it includes the technical breakthrough in hardware and software. They have become very advanced, and integration of computers with other devices, and digital merger of disparate technologies and industries, and further development of wireless communications and mobile devices, and expansion of creativity and creative opportunities. So if we sum up or conclude these things, then we have a definition of contemporary multimedia and the expressions of multimedia and visionaries who contributed to the development of digital multimedia and potential of digital media. And then we have studied analog to digital revolution. Okay, so this concludes this week's lecture. I hope that it was pretty easy, and you can download the slides from the internet, from the course website, and go through these. And if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me. Okay, so I hope that most of the things are very self-explanatory and very basic level and very easy.